In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace this AC condenser on this Lexus GS300. Just as a disclaimer, before you start this repair, you want to make sure you have all the refrigerant professionally evacuated from the system. You don't want to open any lines with refrigerant still in there. We've already had that done, so we're good to go. Let's get started. To do this AC condenser, we're going to want to pull the radiator back just a little bit. We don't have to disconnect it. We don't have to take anything off of here except for this air intake duct, but the AC condenser will slide out from the back side of this upper radiator support, not through the front. So, having said that, let's take this off. 10mm socket, take out this bolt. Now you can pull this up and off, set it aside. It looks like we'll have some interference here with the air filter housing, so unfortunately we're gonna have to move this aside as well, but that's all right. It's only a few 10mm bolts and a clamp right there, so let's take those off. I'm gonna start with the mass airflow sensor, unplug this, set it aside, and then take this clamp, loosen it, and this will allow us to pull this air filter housing off. There we go. Be careful with these. A lot of times they seize up and break. And then you have one bolt over here, one over here, and one right next to the radiator behind the headlight down here. Over here there's a 10mm bolt also. Remove it, and this will allow us to pull this whole unit off of here, set it to the side. It's got a hose that's still attached, but I'm going to leave that connected, but this will give us a lot more slack in moving all of this aside. Now you can pull the air filter housing right up. I'm not going to remove it from the vehicle, I'm just going to pull it up like this. The radiator is held on with two brackets that have 12mm nuts. So let's get both of these out so we can push the radiator back. And two. You can pull these brackets right up and off. And at this point, the radiator can be pushed back like this. Like I said, we are not trying to remove it, but this will be plenty of space for the AC condenser to slide out. Now let's unbolt the lines from the AC condenser. You can see the top one right beside the driver's side headlight. Right here, 10mm bolt. Let's get this out of here. It's easiest if you use a wrench. I have a ratcheting wrench to make the process a little bit faster. Break it free, shouldn't be too tight, and remove it completely. You are limited on space, but once again, if you have a small enough tool, it's easy to reach. Also, side note, if the place that you got your AC refrigerant drained pulled a vacuum on the system, which a lot of times happens, when you take this line off, you'll hear a hissing noise. This will not be pressure in the system, it'll be the vacuum basically evening out with atmospheric pressure, so don't be alarmed. Pull this bolt out, and let's try and gently pry this line off. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the sound of the vacuum being released. Sometimes it's a little scary, not gonna lie, but having said that, let's do the bottom one, which obviously should not do this sound because we've already opened up the top. The second line is all the way at the bottom, right underneath where the first one was, but you can get this one easily with an extension through the lower grill in the bumper, or you can stick your hand down here, whatever you prefer. Take the 10mm bolt out. These are the same, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. I know sometimes they are different lengths, but like I said, these are the same. Take this out, set it aside, and let's pull this line off. Okay, there we go. At the top of the AC condenser, you'll see these brackets here, two 10mm bolts. Let's remove both of them because the new AC condenser will come with new brackets, so that's great. You can reuse your old ones if you want, but like I said, the new one comes with them. If you wanted to reuse your old ones, you would just unbolt it here, but I'm going to swap over the new ones, so I'm going to take them off in both places. Take this off. And this. Do the same to the other side. As you can see, the AC condenser just fell backwards. That's perfect. Now we can push this back, slide the AC condenser right up and out. Pay attention to the fins on the radiator. You don't want to damage those. Obviously, we're replacing this, so this doesn't matter. But there it is. Pretty poor condition, I'd say. On the new AC condenser, make sure the rubber grommets are positioned in place. It should come with new ones. And on the old one, if they haven't come out already, check the bottom of where it mounts and pull them out if they are still stuck in there. But most likely they'll come out with the new condenser and they will be basically stuck to it. Now let's install the new one. At this point, you do want to pay attention to the fins on both the radiator and the AC condenser. Pry the radiator back, slide this down, make sure it doesn't hit anything. Should go down nice and smooth. At the bottom, you want to make sure that the AC condenser falls into its mounting holes just like that. Let's put these brackets back on, line them up approximately, start them into the AC condenser first. That way this will hold it in place like this, and then we'll start the top bolt in. Make these nice and snug. This one here, you don't want to tighten a lot, just until the rubber bushing starts to squish a little bit. You don't want to go past that, otherwise you'll completely crush it and it'll wear prematurely. It'll start cracking and breaking. And once it does that, the AC condenser can move around. Let's do the same to the other side. Start this in, and the top one. Perfect. Let's resecure the radiator while we're at it. Put these brackets over. They're not going to sit perfectly until you snug the two mounting nuts up. So start these on. I put a little bit of anti-seize on them because they always like to rust and seize up there. Make sure these are nice and snug. And do the same to this side. Okay, let's reconnect the lines. I'll start with the top one because it's lined up, it's easy to reach, it's right here. Inspect the O-ring on this, make sure it's still in good condition. I recommend replacing it, but if you don't have a new one, at least inspect it. And you always want to lubricate it with some PAG oil to slide it back in, unless it already has some on it. Start the bolt in. Like I said earlier, it's a little snug in here space-wise, but just try your best. Once this is started, you can let go. Use my ratcheting wrench. That's bottomed out right there. The line is touching up against the fitting. So I'm gonna go about 1/8 of a turn. That's as much as I want to tighten this. It's a small bolt and it will break inside the AC condenser if you over tighten it. And it's the O-ring that's gonna do the job of sealing it up. So that's why it's important to make sure that it's still good. So you don't have to really crank on that little bolt. Let's reconnect the line at the bottom here. Okay, that's bottomed out. About 1/8 of a turn right there. The O-ring on that was good as well. Now that everything else is reconnected, we can put the air box back down, line it up with the mounting location. Once again, you didn't really have to take it off this far, but it does make things a lot easier when it comes to pushing the radiator back. Put this back and resecure it with a 10mm bolt if you took it out. Over here, slide this back on, and we'll tighten up the clamp in a second. Reconnect the mass airflow sensor, make sure that clicks. When it comes to these clamps, I like to do this by hand. That way I can get a feel for how tight they actually are, because you don't want to over tighten them. They will break, so keep that in mind. And all you want is for this hose to seal up tightly up against the plastic tubing here. So this should be good right here. You shouldn't be able to pull it out. That's the goal. Now let's bolt up the rest of the intake. Line the bolts up, drop them in. And then we'll make them nice and snug. They do have some rubber bushings here, so don't crush them down completely. You just want it nice and snug. Put this back on, bolt it onto the radiator. Make sure this is nice and snug. And there you go, the job is complete. At this point, you would have your AC system professionally recharged. It is very important that the perfect amount of refrigerant makes its way back into the system, as well as PAG oil, so that the system and the compressor especially can function properly.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.